And we're live. Hey, welcome to another session of Building the Bull. This session is brought to you by the Skylabs and Vetter Ecosystem. My name is Ryan. I'm so glad to be your host today. As you're hopping on, go ahead and say hi, hello, wherever in the world you are watching from. We have a worldwide audience. We got Carl with us. Welcome, Carl. Today is December 1st, so happy December. Happy December. And this year is absolutely flying by, at least for me anyway. At least it is for me. So I hope it's going by well. It's a pleasant experience for you. Now, over the last year, 16,000 crypto projects have launched. And how would you like to get paid to share quality crypto presales on our CrowdX calendar? That's exactly what these sessions are all about. It's designed to equip you with the knowledge, resources, and experience to support you in finding great projects. Now, the Vetter ecosystem is all about working together to find projects that have potential, at the same time bring up warnings and red flags about other projects that may bring up concerns. Now, for the last close to 9 months, we've recorded over 120 plus live sessions just like this, where we support the community in navigating the CrowdX Calendar, helping people find 2x to 100x crypto gems. We've even paid out over thousands of dollars worth of crypto in the process. Now, the beautiful thing about this platform and ecosystem is you actually get paid to find great projects. You actually get paid to work together and share ideas. It is truly a win-win situation and a win-win scenario. So I did want to touch base on some projects that we talked about. Just one project we talked about yesterday, and it was Vaultbuster. Vaultbuster did launch today, and I wanted to bring that up real quick, and just to give an idea, get an insight into how it's doing and where it's at. So let me go ahead and pull up. There's two charts here. We have one chart that's for Novation. We have another chart that is for PancakeSwap. And so I want to pull up these charts, and just to get an idea into what's going on. So yesterday was the pre-sale for Vaultbuster, and today they did launch. Now, they did fill 150 BNB, and it was a couple hours that it took to fill that. But wanted to just take a look at the chart and just see what they're up to and see what kind of start they're having. Let's see if I can recognize what chart is what based off of this. Okay, so this first chart right here is Novation. Okay, this is the Novation chart, and then this chart right here is PancakeSwap. Okay, so right now they're off to a bit of a rough start. So one of the things that I believe I did read was that they hadn't done any marketing. So they raised the 150 BNB strictly on not paid marketing, but just networking and word of mouth. And so I'll be curious to see how that plays out. One of the things that we did talk about last week's session, or Tuesday's session, was I really wanted to see a lot more engagement and excitement in the Vault Finance community. I didn't really feel like there was a lot going on in the Vault Finance community as it related to Vaultbuster. And here's a community of 4,800 members, and so that was one of the things I was kind of curious about. And so as a scout, this is all about testing, tracking, tweaking. Okay, so you hear me talk about it all the time. We talk about a volume of launches, VOL, volume of launches, and you are learning through a volume of launches, meaning you're figuring out, maybe you had a hunch, maybe you had an idea, maybe you had a thought, maybe you had a red flag, and you're like, you know what, it's not a big enough red flag where I think it's going to break the project, but it's worth mentioning. Okay? So, for example, one of the things I brought up was, I really don't see the excitement from the Vault Finance community, given how loyal they are to their platform and things like that. And so that's something that I would have written down in my volume of launches, and I may have even added that in the red flags as a scout, just to note that. So then other people can take that note. Other people who may not be in tune with Vault Finance or Vault Busters or anything like that, they may not be in tune with that information, and that note can go a long way. That little note could support someone in realizing a different perspective, another tool in the tool belt, so to speak. Okay? And so the thing about this is, we have no control over what's going to happen up or down in this market. We're simply along for the ride. And, this is a game of subjectivity. This is a game of speculation. And it's worth jotting those things down and taking those notes. Because if time and time again you start seeing a pattern, you realize, hey, this is actually a thing. Okay? But before it's a thing, it's literally just an opinion. Okay? But that opinion happens over and over and over again. It now becomes a tool in your tool belt for you to utilize moving forward. Okay? So just wanted to show that. Now, the great thing about, as a scout, the voting system and ranking system in the Vetter ecosystem on CrowdX is the fact that, you're not dependent on if it has a slow start, it's not a deal breaker. If it struggles the first day, it's not a deal breaker. If it struggles the first month, it's not a deal breaker. It's all part of the process, and these projects are scored and based on a period of time, 24-hour, 7-day, 30-day, and overall. Meaning, if there's a project that absolutely tanked and was down for weeks and days on end, was never profitable, 24-hour time frame, 7-day time frame, or 30-day time frame. But all of a sudden, things finally were developed, things finally started shifting, and price started going up, and price ended up being in profit, you would get credit for that. The project would be considered profitable overall. So don't ever get discouraged about a slow start, or maybe things didn't go the way you planned. You have zero control over that. Okay, so don't let it get you down. So I wanted to bring up, today's session is geared around, how to stack the odds in your favor. When we're looking at projects to scout, when we're looking at projects to add to the CrowdX Calendar, how do you stack probabilities in your favor? What's one of the tools that you can utilize? Hey, Catherine, welcome. One of those is finding winning teams. Okay, finding winning teams. So we're just going to take a trip down memory lane here and just look at some previous projects that were posted on the Vetter platform and that actually did decent. Okay, they actually did decent. Now this project is called, Poo Face Inu, and so we'll go ahead and take a look at the chart, see how this project did. And the reason, like I said, the reason we're doing this is really simple. Okay, we want to see how the project did. How did it go at launch? Okay, how did the project do at launch? So here is the listing price. We don't have the pre-sale price, but so at launch, right at the gate, the first 5 to 10 minutes here, we're looking at 82% gains. That's a 1.8x. Okay, and it looks like, yep, that was the high. Okay, so it wasn't a failure. Okay, it wasn't a failure. It did decent. Let's see how it looks for the 7-day time frame. Okay, so for the 7-day time frame, so here's the first 24 hours here, right there, and then here's the next 7-day time frame. Okay, so it was profitable on the 7-day time frame. So it's profitable on the 24-hour time frame and the 7-day time frame. There's a lot of projects that they will never accomplish that. They'll never make that. Hey, Phyllis, welcome. They'll never hit those marks. Not even because they were scams or garbage. It was just literally, it wasn't necessarily a scam. It was just not a good project. Maybe not a good team. Maybe not good marketing. Whatever. Okay, there's lots of projects that don't make it for the 30 days. Okay, there's a lot of projects that don't make it the first 24 hours. There's more who don't make it the 7 days, and there's a ton who don't make it the 30 days. Obviously, okay, there's just a select few that make it all the way to the 30-day mark, to the 7-day mark. Okay, so why am I bringing this project up? Well, it's simple. Okay, they actually had another project, and they did some rebranding, and they rebranded themselves as Only Gyms. Okay, now again, uh, you know, same team, did a little bit of rebranding and say, hey, you know what, we want to treat this seriously. Let's look at it differently. And here's what they did. Let's go ahead and look at the 5 minutes here. Okay, let's scroll all the way over. And why are we looking at this? Why are we looking at this project here? Why did we look at the last one? Well, because it's simple. Whenever a project does good, they've learned some things. Okay, they've learned some things. Hey, welcome, Daryl. Okay, so Only Gyms was the same team from Pooface Inu. They had a successful launch in the 24-hour time frame and the 7-day time frame. They come in, they want to do some rebranding, some restructuring, they want to give it another go. Okay, they launched something called Only Gyms. Now, in the first 24 hours, they were profitable. Okay, so the first 24 hours is right around here. Okay, and let's see how they did. Ended up with a 1.25x, nothing crazy, not necessarily life-changing. Okay, let's go to the 60-minute time frame so we can look at the 7-day. Okay, so we come right here, drag it over. Here's the first 7 days there. All right, within the 7 days, their all-time high was 140% gain. That's a 2.4x. Okay, so in the first 24 hours, they did about a 25% gain in the 1.25x. In the next 7 days, they did a 2.4x. That's pretty good. It's pretty good. And then in the 30-day time frame, let's look at this down to the day. This may be like around day 9, maybe day 9 or 10. 2 days later. Yeah, so 2 days later. Okay. They ended up hitting pretty good. Let's see. All-time high, we're looking at like a 6.9x, almost a 7x. Okay? Almost a 7x. Why am I bringing this up? This project started off as one project. They learned during that process, and now they're going to work, rebuilding themselves, launched another project, hopefully utilized all the lessons that they learned from Project 1 and implemented in Project 2. And here we are. First 24 hours of 1.25x. Next 7 days, you got to look at 2.4x. And then within that 30-day time frame, about 10 days after launch, you're looking at a 6.9x, almost a 7x. Okay, that's how you stack probabilities in your favor. You found a team that did something. Okay, that was wanting to do it again. All right, let's look at another example. Let's look at another example here. So here is Carecoin. So here's Carecoin V1. Okay, Carecoin Volume 1, version 1 rather. Okay, and there was some massive. This was a massive project. It was quite large, quite large. Okay. So they originally had launched back in April of 2022, April of this year. Okay. And within this is probably the 30-day time frame. Let's go ahead and look here. About 38 days, 39 days. Okay, in the 35-day range, their all-time high was sitting at 8,500% gain. Okay, 8,500% gain. That's like an 86x, I believe. Okay, something massive. Massive gain. Okay? Now, when you see a project that's done something like that and they're going to launch another project, it's like, hey, I should take take note of this. Okay? And the project for Carecoin, the team and the group, pretty knowledgeable, pretty vocal, pretty well spoken. And so they had a V2 that launched. Now, personally, the one mistake I think that they made, it could be market timing, but they also opted to do a fair launch, and the numbers that we've collected, they just don't necessarily align with that being a good thing. But this was a good play. Why? Because of the team. Okay, because of the team behind it, because of what they've previously created. Definitely worth, as a scouting this project. Okay, because of what they had created previously, because of the community support that was created. Okay, definitely worth looking into for this project. Okay, so launch is going to be somewhere in here. I'm pretty sure it was profitable in the 24-hour time frame. Let's look right here. Let's look. Oh yeah, so it was just barely profitable in the 24-hour time frame, just barely profitable. So they had a rough start. They had a rough launch. Okay. They also had some other things that happened. Some things with Pink Cell happened and went down. Like some things that were locked got unlocked that weren't supposed to be. That created some major problems. And things have been moving up and down ever since. Okay, but again, look how the team is responding and how they're showing up and handling their business as a result of this stuff. Okay, that's how you can stack probabilities in your favor. When you find a winning team that's had previous success, they've actually built something, that's a really good indication of stacking probabilities in your favor, and it's likely they'd be able to do it again. Okay, it's likely they'd be able to do it again. All right, let's take a look at another project. This project is called MetaRuffy. We talked about this one before. And their original project, MetaRuffy, launched earlier this year, I believe. Let's take a look. See here. I probably should have just changed it to the daily since it's been so long ago. There, that's better. We got there much quicker. All right, so here is the launch of MetaRuffy here. Okay, and so they had a massive launch. Okay, when they first launched, and let's see what kind of gains they had. Okay, looking at 3,900, so almost like a 40x or so. Okay, 40x, that's pretty great. Okay, so when you find out as a scout, when you're doing your research, you're doing your due diligence, and you found a team that's built something, that's created a community, that's created utility, that's created a product, that's doing something in the DeFi space, and they're saying, hey, you know what? We got another project launching. We have another project that's coming out. You'd want to take note of that. Okay? So, what happened with MetaRuffy? They had another project that they were launching called Luber. Okay? How did Luber do? Let's take a look. They had a rocky start. They had some issues with the contract. And around this time, there's actually a handful of projects that had issues with their contract. And these were all StarTech audits, by the way, which is kind of interesting. So, let's see how they did at their launch. Ended up going right around a 5x there. Okay, pretty good. That's a good way to stack probabilities in your favor. Find winning teams that have done something massive And when they're announcing the next part of their ecosystem, the next development, the next project, it's worth looking into. They've already proven themselves. They've already proven themselves. All right, so let's take a look at this. Another project. This is a project called Evergrow. Now, this was not on our platform. This project actually launched. Before the Vetter platform was up and running in this capacity. So we just go to the website here for Evergrow, and I'll pull up the chart for it as well. All right, Evergrow. Okay, so big community, massive innovation, a lot of things that they've been building and growing and developing. Okay, so we look at the chart for Evergrow, and how did Evergrow do? Okay, how did Evergrow do? Hey, Steve, brother, I gave you the benefit of the doubt, man. You can stay here and say kind things, or you can leave. But your statements are absolutely baseless. Okay? Your statements are absolutely baseless. I'm literally showing you projects on the CrowdX Calendar that you could have participated in. You could have scouted them. You could have participated in. I'm showing you massive gains. You can believe in whatever reality that you want to live in, but it's totally false, my friend. It's totally false. Like, I'm literally showing you quality projects with quality teams where massive amounts of people were able to gain significant gains on these projects. Like, I'm literally mapping it out for you. So, like, while this session wasn't designed with you in mind, what we're talking about actually fits the narrative that what you were saying is absolutely factually inaccurate, and you have no clue what you're talking about. Okay? So Evergrow had a massive, massive launch. And again, they came on the scene before the Vetter platform was what it was. Okay? So they launched back in September of last year. Okay? So before Vetter ecosystem was even officially doing its thing. All right? So their gain, it was like something ridiculous, like close to like 700x. Okay? 700x. Something absolutely massive. Okay? And so why do I bring this one up? Well, it's simple. Okay? Here's a team, the Evergrow team, Evergrow brand, built out their community, built out their ecosystem, built out their utility, and they're launching the next part of that, Lucro. Okay? Okay, they're launching the next part of that. Let's see how Lucro did at launch here. Let's pull it up, and let's see what happened at launch with Lucro. Okay, at launch, they ended up doing a just 2.7x. Okay, 2.7x. So not a massive gain. Okay, similar to that of Carecoin. I use these examples for a handful of reasons. You know, the first example we used was a total meme project. You know, Pooface Inu and Only Gems, total meme. And Pooface did like 25% gain, but then Only Gems ended up doing like a 7x, something massive. Carecoin had massive gains, but on their V2 had less gains. Meta Ruffy had massive gains on their original launch, and then Luber had massive gains. Evergrow had massive gains, while Lucro had small gains. Okay, and I picked these for a reason, for a variety. It's simply stacking probabilities in your favor. Okay, the whole point of today's session is literally when you find a winning team, who's actually created something. Okay, look at this. When you find a team and project that's actually created something, i.e. the Vetter ecosystem, they've created a platform and a DApp where people from all over the world can work together to share projects to the calendar. Okay? Some of these projects are top tier. Some of these projects are garbage. And those people's ranks reflect that. Okay? So what do I mean by that? Well, we go to the calendar and you can see When there's a purple rank, that means that they have consistently found profitable projects. When you see someone who has a red rank, they've consistently found projects that maybe aren't that great. When you see someone who has a beige rank, maybe they're working their way up. Okay? Literally, it's built so anybody can participate. Okay? And it works. Literally, the moment you click add project and you start putting in the details and you click submit, you actually get paid to contribute. Okay? And that sets in motion. If you posted crap projects, you're going to get crap results. And your rank's going to go down. If you post great projects, you're going to get great results and your rank's going to go up. The more great projects you post as you continue to learn and grow and develop, okay, the higher your rank gets and the more Vetter that you earn. It's a beautiful process and system. Okay? Literally, people working together to create this platform that anybody can take part of. Okay? And like right here, I don't know if you guys realize this, but you can click right here on the gain section, and this shows recent val. Val stands for Vetter Audited Highest Low. Okay, in my example, to make it quick, I went over the all-time highs, but we don't even record the all-time highs and promote those. We talk about something called a val, Vetter Audited Highest Low, which means people actually had adequate time to make the gains in these projects. These are gains that are recorded, documented. Okay? So literally, here's this project right here, a 3.1x val, 1.28x, 1.26x, 80x, 3x, 3.5x, 1.3x, 1.5x, 1.27x. These didn't have good projects. These were not that great. They actually had a challenge at launch, or maybe it was a rug pull. The whole idea about this is literally anybody can show up, post a project. You post crap projects, you get a crap score. You post great projects, you get a good score. It's real simple. It's real simple. But here are all the gains. All the gains are documented and recorded. Okay? So when someone says, oh man, Vetter ecosystem, oh that's garbage. Oh, the CrowdX, they just have crap projects. That's not accurate. Okay? While there may be projects on here that are not that great, maybe it's a scout who has nefarious intent, maybe it's a competitor who has nefarious intent, maybe it's someone who's brand new. Yep, those tons of projects are going to be on here. And you're also going to find all the projects that I listed previously. Okay? I showed projects literally from 9 months ago that did a 25% gain, and then the second launch they had ended up doing a 7x. That's real, my friends. Like, that's real. That's not smoke and mirrors. We don't control that. I just record the data. That's the beautiful part about this. So anytime there's someone who's saying, "Oh man, I don't know. I don't believe it." Look, you can literally go here, click on the gain, okay? Pull up the project, pull up PooCoin, and everything is verified. Everything is documented. Everything's right here for you to see that the gains that were recorded were actually legit and real gains. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. So in the spirit of what we're talking about is finding great teams, finding great communities who've actually worked together to build something awesome. This is a prime example of the power of this community, the ability and innovation of the dev team to create something like this that functions. Literally anybody in the world can hop in here, learn how to use this platform, and get to work. And the beautiful part about it is, if they have no experience using it at all, they can come here, check out the user manual, and literally start working through and seeing what this stuff is. Okay, what's the Vetter board? Okay, you can click right here and start learning what is the Vetter board. How does this stuff work? What's going on here? How does this work? How does that work? Okay. What's CrowdX Calendar? How does this actually work? Okay? There are teams in the space who've promised things and never delivered. Okay? They've promised things and they've never created anything, and they keep dangling a carrot in front of people's face saying we're going to deliver. When actually we actually have something in our hands. We have something in our hands. Okay? Steve, I literally gave you the opportunity to use some common sense, and you're choosing not to. Okay? You're choosing not to. You have the opportunity to participate in launch pads, okay? When projects are launching, as a Vetter holder, if you hold Vetter token, you get access to CrowdX. If you hold VSL tokens, you get access to the launchpad. That's it. That is it. That's it. That's all there is. That's it. Okay? So if you have tokens, that's literally your ticket. That's your seat on the bus to get access to that. If you lack the understanding of how this works, you can't be mad at someone else, my friend. I'm literally showing you documented proof that what was been created has been created and it functions and works. And you want to sit here and pout. As I've said previously, this may not be the right spot for you, my friend. Crypto may not be the right thing for you if you don't understand how this market works and how this game works. Okay? You may just need to leave and spare yourself the stress. Okay? Because you're literally looking at something that negates every complaint that you have. Okay? You're talking about it's a scam, it doesn't work. Dude, you're out of your mind. All right? So you can sit there and you can complain about where you're at, or you can just sit there quietly and watch what's being created and how everything that said was going to be created is being done. That's literally it. That's your choice. That's your choice. Okay? You can hop in Discord and watch the development that's happening. Okay? You can look at the progress that's being made. It doesn't happen on your schedule, and if that's what you're disappointed about, I'm sorry. You can go find some other place where it can happen on your own schedule. Okay? But this ecosystem, we do it right. Okay? Brick by brick, and that's what we've been doing for the last handful of months. And that's why what's been developed has been developed, because it was done the right way. Okay? It's been done the right way. So those are your options, my friend. I've been incredibly patient with you. I've given you the opportunity to realize that your perspective could be skewed, so you can sit there quietly. You can leave. Okay, those are the options. All right. I'm more than welcome for you to be here. Glad that you're here. But to have this idea that somehow what I'm talking about here, what you see on the screen, is not real, is just, bro, you're looking really silly. And you can wave the banner of, oh, hey, woe is me. But, dude, you got to take some responsibility for your actions and your words, man. What you're saying is absolutely crazy and does not align with facts. Okay? You can have your feelings hurt and you can be unimpressed. Absolutely. You have every right to be not impressed. That's your own expectations and improper expectations at that. But facts trump feelings, and this is a factual business. This is a factual market, and if you don't want to own that, that's okay. I would just kindly ask that you keep those thoughts to yourself, my friend. But anybody can hop in here and literally utilize this platform, because it's what's been created is absolutely phenomenal. The fact that anybody anywhere in the world has the tools and resources to plug into this community, plug into this platform, and actually get the results that they want to get is absolutely phenomenal. I mean, it's so wild. It's so wild to see what truly has been created, and the foundation and the backbone of what's been created is absolutely phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. So many teams dream of creating something one day, and here we are in an ecosystem where that dream is a reality and it functions. that's the best part. It actually functions, and people are diligently at work, continuing to make it function even better and better and better. So yeah, Vetter platform, Vetter ecosystem, CrowdX Calendar, Skylabs, VSell, all of that literally is a testament to the ability, of the dev team here, the ability of their vision and innovation is just, it's absolutely phenomenal. What has been created here, and the kind of impact it's having on people's lives all over the world. So with that, we're going to be talking about a project called Dash 2. I saw this in Discord and wanted to bring this one up for us to talk about it. I looked at it just real briefly. Meng Peng, I don't know if he's on with us right now, but he brought the project up, and I wanted to dive into it. Now, what caught my attention was the amount of money that they're raising. They're raising a excessive amount of money, and makes me curious. You know, what all that's for, and but also, they clearly have a big raise for a reason. So let's dive into Dash to Trade. Okay, it's Dash to Trade. Dash to Trade, built by traders for traders. Maximize your trading success with the leading crypto signals bot and analytics platform. Dash to Trade is a crypto analytics platform built by traders for traders. Dash to Trade provides trading signals, social analytics, on-chain data to maximize your profits. Join our community of 70,000 traders and invest in the D2T presale now. I have a short explainer video here. I was hoping it was going to be on YouTube. Nope. Okay. All right, looks like pre-sale stage 3, 88% sold out. Currently what's been raised is, and this is stage 3, okay? I believe that these numbers are strictly for stage 3. So in stage 3, they've raised 7.7 million out of 8.7 million. All right. Maximize your trading potential with Dash to Trade dashboard. Copy winning trading signal strategies and more. Dash to Trade is building the most advanced crypto signals and analytics dashboard designed by traders for traders. D2T token holders will get access to a full range of crypto signals and analytics features. Crypto signals and analytics features to maximize your trading opportunities. Getting hung up on those two words, analytics features. This includes social sentiment, on-chain metric, and crypto signals powered by technical indicators and quant developers. Presale tokens, social analytics, and watch list alerts. To get access to social analytics and insights to catch trending coins, developer activity, and social sentiment. We'll also be launching a crypto presale section within the Dash to Trade platform with a Dash to Trade score rating to help you avoid losing money in scams and invest in high quality pre-sale coins. Trading bots and strategy builder. Avoid missing out on profitable trading opportunities. Build and execute your own profitable trading strategies autopilot. D2T users will be able to copy the most profitable traders on the platform or build their own DCA grid and other strategies using 10 plus technical indicators. D2T users enjoy the following membership benefits: crypto pre-sales, crypto trading signals, on-chain analytics and social sentiment, learn to earn, strategy builder, and social trading. All right, so right here they just have ones that prefer dashboard. Here's some other, I guess, similar projects here. There's a roadmap. Q4, create founding team and governance, develop kickoff, trader partnerships, pre-sale launch of D2T token, full security audit. All this is complete in Q4. Says it's all completed. What they're currently working on, okay, so that looks like they're ahead of schedule here. So Auto Trader isn't out until Q2 of 2024, so we're a little bit ways away from that. So both of these things are not until 2024. So I got a year plus for that. All right, we got audit by Solid Proof, full KYC by CoinSniper. All right, so we have the team behind Dash to Trade is a collaboration of veterans from the trading and quant space, as well as being backed by the Learn to Trade team with an established track record and presence in the retail trading space. We have Duco Van Roosem, CPO, and that looks like it takes you to his LinkedIn here. Okay, so we want to dig a little bit deeper into that to see the validity of their LinkedIn's here. Okay, but we do have names. We have LinkedIn's. I'd like a little bit of background. I like that. I like knowing, why Duco is a CPO. What previous experience does he have that can support him in that role? That helps me. That helps me get to know them, what they're up to, and why they'd be a good fit for the role. Official partner, Learn to Trade. Dash to Trade is owned and powered by Learn to Trade, an education platform established in 2017, was extremely popular for crypto traders and has over 60,000 existing members that have given it 4 stars on Trustpilot. Okay, Learn to Trade. Where's the link to Learn to Trade? That's pretty cool. That would explain some things. Let me read that again. Dash to Trade is owned and powered by Learn to Trade, educational platform established in 2017, 5 years ago, which is extremely popular for crypto traders and has over 60,000 existing members. Okay. Powered by. I want to find Learn to Trade. Learn to Trade. Let me see if that was. I don't know if that's it or not. Yeah, free forex signals. Actually, surely there's got to be a link on here somewhere. Okay, I may look at that later. All right, let's take a look at the white paper real quick. There we go. Website's nice and professional. Nothing fancy. When I clicked that though, did it mess up? I don't know. It looks like it moved something for me. Maybe it didn't do that. It did do that. Yeah, something got moved. It's no longer. The website got shifted when I clicked the download button. All right, Dash to Trade. Premium Dash to Trade subscribers will have access to our coverage and analysis of which crypto pre-sales to target. Live event streams take things to the next level on the Premium Tier 2, which offers unrivaled access to our proprietary crypto trading insights. Crucially, the Premium Tier is aimed at those that have a singular goal to consistently outperform the crypto market through the actionable insights that D2T provides. The Premium Tier is priced at 1,000 D2T, or I thought it was. Is that a typo? That is a typo. D2T tokens per month. 20% discount is available to those that commit an annual purchase of 9,600 D2T tokens. So it looks like they have a monthly subscription. You get a discount if you do a yearly. Premium tier is 1,000 tokens a month. I've always thought that was interesting to pay tokens to have a monthly subscription instead of just having access by holding tokens. Community centric. We believe that community is key for success, especially in the Web3 space. The happier and more successful community of a project is, the further they propel the project to new heights. With a spirit of community first in our mind, our dedicated Discord group is open for community discussions about tokens and trading as a whole. We also aim to protect and grow our community through consistent engagement and knowledge sharing that will help them succeed and thrive in the crypto space. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at their Telegram group. Actually, I do want to see if we can find, what was it, Learn to Trade on YouTube. Let's see if we can find it on YouTube here in a moment. Learn to Trade. Learn to Trade. Learn to Trade. All right, so Learn to Trade. So Dash to Trade is owned by Learn to Trade. Learn to Trade has 8,400 subscribers. They got some good stuff. It looks like. Actually, I'm kind of surprised at the view count. They put out a lot of content, but for 8,400 subs, the view count is not massive. Okay, just curious about that. Let's see what we have for Dash to Trade up here. Dash to Trade. All right, looks like we got a couple people talking about the project. Yeah, I got a handful of influencers talking about Dash to Trade. This is all relatively newer stuff. I mean, there's stuff from this week, last week, 2 weeks ago. Yeah, there's a lot of people talking about it. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at Telegram. Hey, Joseph. Let's join the group. All right, so it just let me join, no issues. No caps or anything. So we got 28,000 members. That's a big juicy Telegram group. Let's take a look at the pinned messages. 170 pinned messages. That's a lot of information. So it looks like they're already given details or info about. Oh, what am I trying to say? They're some of these pinned messages are updates as it relates to we got Bitcoin and Ethereum. We got Pancake. There's trending coins. Today's highlights. So there's news that's coming out. So project is already putting out news and stuff like that. Looks like they just recently had an update to their website. That was on 24th, so 6 days ago, 7 days ago. All right, let's scroll up. Let's go. How far back we go? I'm sure it's going to be pretty old. What? How did I go through 170 messages? Surely not. All right, October 18th. How far back can we go? October 18th is as far back as it's going to let us go for some reason. Let's see if we can go back further than that. Let's see if there's any bot activity. There's a little bit. Not a whole lot, though. Not a whole lot. All right, let's see if we can find some AMAs. Let's see if we can find an AMA recording. Oh, on YouTube? All right, Trevor Main, D2T Community and Marketing Manager.
Let's see. Just want to make sure.
All right. So, Trevor Main is the Community and Marketing Manager. I don't recall. All right, so he didn't make it on the website, but he did make it on the AMA. So that's good, I guess. We got no comments here. Okay. So they have 375 subscribers. Yeah. So what I was meaning earlier about the other project, Learn to Trade or whatever it was. They had 8,000 subscribers with 140 views. You know, like the video views on this channel is actually just as good, or technically better based on the subscriber count than the main channel, Learn to Trade or whatever it was. Let's take a look at this video.
Imagine what would happen if every person in the United States suddenly visited your website. Would it crash? Did you?
Okay. So we got 19 comments, 93 likes. I mean, doesn't look like there's any shenanigans there. I'm sure that this video is somewhere on. I wonder if this is a video that's embedded on their website up here that I was hoping would open up in YouTube, right here.
Did you ever
Yes.
think about what?
So 123 and 123. So yeah, maybe that is the feed. It's just they're doing something different with the YouTube video. But that's where some of these views could be coming from. If it's if it is the same feed, same video. But so it could be coming from the main website, which I like that though. You know, sometimes we see these videos that have like 100 views and it's on Pinkcell, it's on their main website and things like that, but it's only got 100 views, which means there's not a lot of traffic going to the website. And this looks like the website could be getting some decent traffic. While we're here, let's go ahead and take a look at the website when the domain was acquired. All right, so creation date, September of this year, September 20th. It's kind of surprising, but let's see when Learn to Trade was. Learn to Trade. Let's see when Learn to Trade was done. Learn to Trade was only created back in April of this year. I'm sorry, that says 20. Sorry. Whew. That's 20 years ago. Okay, that makes me feel much better. At first, there for a split second, I only saw the 2. I was thinking it was this year, but no, that's 20 years ago. That's 20 years ago. That's when I graduated high school. All right, so back to Dash to Trade. Okay, it does say 2022 on Dash to Trade. Okay, good. Okay. All right, let's go back to Telegram. So I want to see some other AMAs. Um, I want to see some other AMAs, not just the one on their own website. I want to see if anybody else is talking about them. Okay. There's a lot of news and stuff going on. Guess someone's asking why they reduced. Okay, so their target was 40 million, and they brought it down to 13.4 million. This is a really good question. So their original plan, this is one of the things that made me that kind of caught my attention that Meng Peng was talking about in Discord. Let's just go ahead and bring that up real quick and see where he was talking about this. Dash to Trade has cut down their number of pre-sale stages to 4. They're currently at the end of stage 3. The tokens that were allocated for the later stages will be vested. Don't know more details yet. They claim the reason for cutting down the number of pre-sale stages is that the utility is ahead of schedule and soon ready to launch. Scroll pin messages in the Telegram for info. They originally set out to raise 40 million in pre-sale, and it wasn't on pace to finish for quite a while. So it is reasonable to wonder if that was the reason to cut down on the stages. They have started showing what the utility of the platform will be in their Telegram group. Also pinned out. Recommend take a look. It's really exciting in general. It is a good question. You know, if you started down the road of needing 40 million and all of a sudden you pump the brakes and say, hey, we're way ahead of schedule. I think there's a difference between being ahead of schedule on development and, I mean, did they just is that too much? They realized they didn't need that much money? I guess raising $40 million and being ahead of schedule are two different things. It's two different things. But it is a good question that this guy's asking. Your target was 40 million when you had started the pre-sale. Now you've brought it down to 13.4 million. With such huge shortfall, you will be able to complete the unfinished task of the project. Let's see what people are saying. The team know for sure the best project, how they can be handling it. Okay. Good question. Worried that the project will often change its plan, but at present our pre-sale proportion is indeed too high and there are too many rounds. There's no need to put so many coins on the market in the early stage. It should be a good product. Production promotion is a key. Doesn't make any sense. Your question whether reduce the stages and the initial amount of coins in circulation. Okay. I mean, I'm curious about that. I kind of feel like, at least the way I'm understanding that development is, I think it's one thing to be ahead of development, and something different to be like, oh, we don't actually need 40 million. We only need 20 million. It's like, did they not think that it was going to cost that much to develop it, or, I don't know. That does seem a little weird. 40 million is a lot. And so to just say, oh, hey, we only need a fraction of that instead, it's like, well, what was going to be used for previously? What was it going to be used for? Okay. Let's see what Hellstrom. Hellstrom's been finding some pretty cool projects lately. All right, some of the same stuff that we talked about. Yeah, Yeah. So my initial thought, as we looked at this project for about 30 minutes, and as a scout looking at it, and my perspective on my own risk tolerance, um, what am I, how am I stacking my probabilities? What am I betting on? And it would be the fact that there's an established company behind this, Learn to Trade. Uh, it's been around for a long time. Okay, they've been around for a long time, and now they're branching out into the crypto scene specifically with their own token. I think that's pretty cool. Now I am kind of curious about the 40 million raise. Now all of a sudden they don't need it, um, but I guess it is good to hear that they're far along in the development. I suppose that's a good thing. Professional looking website. I do want to find. Let's see if I can find. See if I can find Learn to Trade, the website. LearnToTrade.com. I don't know. I don't know. Hold on a second. Learn to Trade. Take that off. And what was this? What was this website down here? Trustpilot. Trustpilot. Oh, that's the problem. So the website is not learntotrade.com. The website is learn number two dot trade. Let's see here. Where am I trying to go? Here we go. It's learn to dot trade. Here we go. Let's see if this is. Well, isn't that interesting? Okay, so instead of being 20 years old, it's 3 years old. I'll still that's still okay. That's great. That's not as problematic as I thought earlier. Not problematic, but they aren't as established as I was originally thinking. I was thinking 20 years. My goodness, that's a huge track record. But hey, this project's been around for 3 years. It's not cryptos specifically with trading, forex, um, but yeah, now they're using this network to build out Dash to Trade, which is pretty cool. Invest at least 250 in D2T to gain lifetime access to our VP signals or early access to the pre-sale. Existing community of 70,000 trader. Unlock access to leading crypto analysis. No thanks. Already there. Crypto news. Okay. World-class development team backed by quant developers and VC investors. So anyway, I say all that to say, Learn to Trade does bring some credibility to I feel like this project Dash to Trade. Kind of what we talked about in the beginning of the call. We really talked about and focused on finding winning teams who've built something before. So here is a project, Learn to Trade, who's been around, has legit reviews, verified reviews on Trustpilot. So people who are utilizing the platform and like it. So the reviews that would really count would be like these in the middle. So like people up here are the fanboys, everything's perfect. People down here, fudders, and everything sucks. And the people right here in the middle can offer some constructive feedback. So that's worth. So for example, if you would to click this, they're gonna hate everything. Oh, it sucks. It's horrible. This is so bad. Da 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 da. And you got the team like, okay, I'm sorry. We can try to help you back. Whatever. But the middle group, Let's see what the middle group has to say. Don't invest. Beware of fake channels on Telegram. Scam my channel pretending to be learn to trade. What? It's kind of funny that review seems like it'd be on the one point. What is cool though is like all these questions and things like that. People are they are trying to help them out with their questions and complaints and things like that. So anyway, back to what I was saying. Uh, so looking at this, what checks my boxes is existing team that's built something that had success in the Forex world. Same team is branching into the crypto space, utilizing what they've built, utilizing some of the processes and things like that. I think that's great. They are doxed. They do have a KYC. Also with CoinSnapper. Now CoinSnapper, I don't know how good that is. I know CoinSnapper was like a voting website. And anytime that there's a website that says click here and you can't click it, I don't like that. Let's do KYC. What? Okay, no KYC. Maybe there's not a KYC. Nothing comes up. All right, so that's not too great. So on my red flags, I'd put like, hey, it says it's by CoinSniper. I haven't been able to find it. The links don't go to it on the website. Let's see about audit on the website or on Telegram. Let's see audit. Here's the audit. So audit does go somewhere, but KYC does not. Yeah. Okay. But yeah, they built a decent community. I'd be curious to hear how many of these are real people. One of the things I saw recently, we always talk about bots and things like that. I want to show you guys something before we wrap up. And let me wrap up my thoughts before we change gears. So Dash to Trade, we talked about at the beginning of today's session, finding teams and projects who've built something. That's a testament to their not only their ability but their vision, their ability to actually build something out, and then people actually like it. Okay, so Learn to Trade has done that. They're branching into the crypto space specifically with their own token. I'm sure that a lot of their existing community would be interested in utilizing that. So it seems like there's going to be a solid base there. Now they're originally going to raise $40 million. It's now been reduced. I think that's a little weird. I would write that in my notes in the red flags. Just like, hey, here's what's going down. It seems a little off. How could you be off that much? Especially people in the financial world. How could they be off that much money? Only wanting to cut it down to half. I think that's really strange. Solid Telegram group. Lots of messages. Lots of communication. I would say this is probably a pretty mature community as well, based on people coming from the Forex world and transitioning to the crypto world. I would say it's probably a pretty mature audience in the group. I mean, so I've been in for how long, and there's 18 messages. Let's see what people are saying. Yeah, I mean, so like people are asking real questions. Price hasn't been confirmed yet. Yeah, I mean, so people are here talking. So aside from a pre-launch, that's some of the most activity we've had after recently joining a Telegram group. So those are the things that I liked. Also the team, doxed team. Now the KYC thing is a little fishy. No link on the website to KYC. And here in Telegram, whenever I go to find KYC, there's nothing that links to it. So that's a little fishy. Unsure about that. But the team does look like they're semi-doxed. We got names, we got socials. But we did have a video or two of the team, at least team members on their YouTube channel. So yeah, so that's my take on Dash to Trade. One of the things I wanted to show you guys before we hopped off. So remember Vault Buster, okay? Remember on Tuesday, we talked about how small the Telegram group was. It had like 300 people. Okay, it had 300 people, maybe not even 300, maybe 250, 240. Okay, it was a small Telegram group. And in their pre-sale, I think they filled like, I think it was like 150 B&B, maybe with like 100 plus people, 107 people or so. And so those were pretty good numbers given the size of their Telegram group. But all of a sudden they got hit with like a bot attack, and like just thousands of bots started joining their Telegram group. Like just within minutes. This happened yesterday. And so, they did not, I don't believe they intentionally did this. I don't believe they intentionally did this, but they got hit with some bots, and there's just thousands of these random bots in here now. So like, it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. So it is something to think about. Now, none of them were sending messages and stuff, but as we're looking, as you're a scout looking at projects, I've often, when I see a botted Telegram group, I've often kind of been judgmental towards the team around, oh, why would they do this? As if it was intentional. And I'm just using this as an example and just, something for me to reference in the future. It was not intentional with this team. Last night when they were talking about it, you could see that they were like, what's going on? What are we going to do? When was it? Yesterday? What is today? Today's Thursday. So yeah, I mean, they were addressing it. They were talking about what they're going to do about it. And, they were aware of that. So anyway, I say all that to say, this experience for me has given me one more tool in the tool belt, not to be, judgmental about projects that may be heavily botted, because it may not have been intentional. None of these bots were commenting or doing anything like that, so, it doesn't appear that it was, intentional. So anyway, I just wanted to share that insight. Like I said, yesterday, Tuesday when we had our call, there was like 250 members in Telegram, and then last night, the numbers just thousands and thousands started joining their Telegram group. So I won't be as judgmental in the future. I'll do a little bit more research to figure out, was it intentional or was it an accidental? An intentional one would be, let's see, Crowdy. See if it's still around. I don't even know if it's still around. Is Crowdy still around? Chat. Hold on, let me. I'll just get to look offline for my own fun's sake. I can't seem to find. Is this it? Crowdify? Yeah, this is it. Yes. So when we originally looked at this group, and this was back. Months ago. September. Okay, this was a small Telegram group. Okay, and they just had bots just constantly being added, just random shenanigans going on here. And I called it out on one of the calls, and it's continued to grow with the shenanigans. Like there's zero activity in here. So anyway, all right. So with that being said, guys, we're gonna wrap it up. Hope today's session was helpful. Hope that as a scout, having the ability to find winning projects, winning teams, and staying up to date with what they have going on. Hopefully that can support you in finding some great projects to scout, and stacking those probabilities in your favor. And it just so happened, I didn't know that Dash to Earn was going to be from a previous successful project, as in like real life business. So that was a good project to look at from that perspective. So hopefully you got some good insights, got some nuggets out of today's session. And I'll end like I always do. Life can be short. So for those that you care and love, let them know you care and love them. Yeah, I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you for being a part of this awesome community and us working together to collaborate, share ideas, and all of us get better together. So with that, I will see you guys in Discord. Bye for now.